Hi, welcome to A.S.S at Night. This is a lupus journey of a queen moving forward. Today, we're just going to talk a little bit about spending time with your parents. In life, well, actually, your mom. So today, I spent some time with my mom, and we actually had a good day today. The weather changed significantly here in Florida. It's just like a cool breeze just came out of nowhere. But that's why I got my sweater on today. It was a little cool. The temperature started changing. But anyway, we hung out today, and we went to lunch, and we went and got some little things, and then we went to visit one of our family members that got injured and everything. So we actually had a good day today. And in life, it's I think the Bible says that honor thy days of your parents or something like that, so that your days may be long. So honor thy parents, honor thy those. So honor thy elders, something like that. So it is good to show respect, because in these days and times, so many kids are so disrespectful, and I really think they don't realize that they're shortening their days when they be disrespectful to elderly people or different things. So kindness goes a long ways. So like I said again, I'm gonna be showing you all some things because I work with a little elderly lady, which is not. I help a little that 95 years old, so I help her out, and I tell her, I say, every day that you're living, you have wisdom, and I said, I just want you to share it to me because you got a lot of years you done lived and you have experienced a lot. So I enjoy her, and I sit down with her and I talk with her. So I spent some time today with my own birth mom, my biological mother. I realized as I grew up in life that I was so fortunate to know who my biological mother was, and to have a mother that showed that love um, toward me in times of crisis, like I said, when I would get sick or do different things. And as a matter of fact, I think a little more since the young lady that I spoke to you and told her she had lupus also, and she passed away. She was in her 40s, and so my mom is being a little in her little, you okay? How this doing? How the wound doing? Since this young lady has passed away. So I was like, I'm okay, mom, I'm okay. But she's been talking to the young lady mother every day. And it's hard for that parent, because that parent has lost not one child, but she's lost two children. She's lost both of her children. She's had to bury two of her children. So today, when my mom was like, you want to go do this? You want to go do that? I was like, yeah, mom. So today, like I said, I got up, and it does you good sometimes to get out the house. Says laughter heals the soul. So sometimes it's good to get out and just laugh when you may be feeling not the best. But I woke up feeling good. And but just to get out, get you some air, and just see things. And we went and we had seafood today. We sure did. We had seafood because we didn't know which direction we was going. We just got in the truck, and she's like, where you want to go? What you want to do? And I had her take me to two places before, and then I said, well, you should know about where you want to go after I make this last stop. We go to this last stop, so again, I said, no, we'll go get some seafood. So we went to Juicy Crab, and we got some seafood, and just talked, and we had a good time. And like I said, we just I share little clips of us and our little food and the things we had and everything. But we just enjoyed hanging out and riding and talking. And the day, it started off a little slow because this is Georgia, Florida weekend down here in Florida. So this is the big weekend where a lot of people are out there tailgating and everything like that. So we try to drive away from the crowd, not to the crowd, but we drive away from the crowd and just relaxing. Not too long getting home. So as we was coming home, we stopped and got some ice cream. So I got some ice cream in there. I was gonna eat my ice cream and talk to y'all, but I was like, nah, waiting. Eat my ice cream and sit in the house. So I said, wanted to come out here and talk. It's so important. Sometimes our parents, when they get old, they be worried about who is going to help them, or when they see themselves start losing a little strength, or they see themselves, they're you can see their shift and they notice things. And this is one reason why I helped the little lady that I helped, because she didn't have any kids, and she was like, when I would used to just come over here daily and check on her and stuff, and she would talk to me a lot and say, she would say, I don't have any kids, I don't have any children, and my heart just went out to her. I had a lot of sympathy towards that. So one thing led to another, and like I said, we must realize that our parents, they're strong, and one thing about them, they're going to stay strong as long as they can. But it's always sometimes that they may need us, and sometimes you got to think ahead of them and see where they may not say they need us, but for us just to say, okay, here, okay, let me do this for you, that really means a lot to that parent. And sometimes a child, us as children, because I'm a child too to her, we don't realize that, and I ask God to help me, spare me in my life where I could even do more for her and different things like that. So a mother's love is something that sometimes children, I've seen kids these days, they're so rude and they say all kind of profanity things and just cuss, but I be like, you gotta stop that, or you need to come do this, or come do this, or something like that. I like, you gonna shorten your days, and they're like, oh, I was like, no, it's so true, because there was something, I was like, what happened? Things happen in life. So it's good, like I said, just to know sometime if you can call that parent, just to talk to them and say, hey, because it's going to be one time. It's going to be one time that you're going to call that phone and you can't say hey, and that person's not going to answer on the other end. You may could hear a recording, you may could see videos these days because they got so many apps and different things available, all kind of technologies. But like, if I could just, like, my father's deceased, so if I can say, talk to my dad again, I say, hey, such a, that's a real big difference. It would mean a lot to me to call my dad on the other end and say, yeah, hello, and we go from there. So I call my mom, like say, I call her every morning and say, hey, what's on your agenda? What's going on? What you doing? And everything. So like I say, I have to realize when your parents are getting in age, you should mature and you should learn as children how to really value your parents and do things. So my briefing is kind of easy today. Like I said, I was just on here. I guess I want to talk about, like I said, a mother's love and spending time with your mother. It ain't just got to be Mother's Day or her birthday. Just go out. A lot of times we get so busy, we be working, and we so caught up into ourselves that we don't think about nobody else. But we have to think about other people, because that's what life is about, thinking about somebody else. It's a difference when you're saying self-love and you're sick and you just taking time to see about yourself. But I'm just saying, when you so caught up in work, caught up in all this going and being all fabulous, that you forget that you have a living being. And I think I have had some incidents of some personal kind of close people to me passing, that I now have a different view, and I give people their flowers while they live, and I don't give them to them when they dead. I show love and express love to these people while they're alive, because when they're dead, they can't know the love or the caring that I may have for them. So I have a different term, because they may need me when they're alive, not when I'm dead. Not when they're dead or gone. They need me maybe to bring them a glass of water or bring them something to eat. They may be not feeling well, to cook. But if I can bring them a dinner, just drop it by, come and bring their medicine, maybe too sick to bring their medicine, that is when they need us. they need their children, they need different loved ones when they are living, not when they did. So like I said, I have a total different view of death. Everybody has their own opinion. There's so many different things going on. But as for me, I choose to give people their flowers while they living. So that's what I'm doing with my mom. I'm giving her flowers while she's alive, because when she's dead, I could say I did right by my mom. I don't know what anybody else may say about their relationship, but I know I did right by my mom, and I don't have to feel no kind of way, have no kind of things of burden conscious. Because a lot of times, many times, when you go to funerals and you find and you see people who are just all hollering and going on, it's because something that um they maybe didn't, they know they didn't do right by that person, or something you was going to do. And I begin to notice that, like I said, because when I have different family members who had most passed away or something, I didn't cry like that at the funeral, at the service. I just looked and smiled, because I spent time with them in hospice. Many of them went to hospice at different stages, but I spent time with them because I knew they wasn't going to have too much time left remaining on here. So I spent a lot of time before they transition over. So like I said, it does make a difference of the timing. Call your parents. Tell your parents you love them. Let your parents know. Just say, hey, even I tell you, sometimes me and my mom, we get on different pages. A lot of times we be on different pages and everything. I say, Mama. I say, Mama. But I always keep in my mind, that's my mama. She'll go far and beyond for me. So I was calling and I said, okay, I love you too, and I'm finna go, and I just go and I call her like later on that night. I'll call her that next day, call in the morning or something like that. But I do, like I said, when you get a certain age and point in your life, sometimes people break off and they don't talk to their parents for years. And you be like, well, wow. But just give that person time, and maybe as a form of meditation. That's a good one. As a form of meditation, and keep going, and life keep going for them, and they have children, they'll begin to see, hey, or some things. So how they say, that person return back and have communication, or slow communication, or whatever, but at least it's some form of communication, you know what I'm saying? So that is the way I found. Many times I've seen different people. Like I have one person, a young man, he calls me, well, he's an older guy, but he calls me and he said, I want you to do one thing for me. And I'd be like, what's that? And he'd be like, can you call my daughter for me? She will not answer the phone if he calls. And I'm like, I used to dial the number. I dial them. I said, well, you know what? She ain't answering for me either. So he said, okay. And then he said, oh, call again. And then I call again. And one time she answered, and I said, your father wants you to call. She hung up the phone in my face. I said, well, it's some buried things or some old things that are going on that's beyond me, that needs to be straightened out. So I called him back, and I was like, hey, she's not wanting to talk right now. She just ended the call. So he said, I said, well, what happened? When the last time you talked with her, or what went on? And sometimes we could let some simple things cause us to not talk to a significant other or something in life. And something dealing with money or something like that, and it really caused a damper where she wanted to discontinue and have no communication with her father until this day. And as a matter of fact, I told him, because I think one time he called me, I didn't feel like, because I was like, this chick ain't gonna answer the phone. So I said, you know what, if you know you did your part and you reached out all you could, I say some things are far and beyond you. You just need to let go and let God. Say a prayer, give that prayer over to the Lord, ask God to intervene, and just step and pray that He'll send her back. And he was like, oh yeah. And you know what he told me? He seen her. He said, I seen her, and she made up an excuse to say, well, Dad, I don't have this number no more. I changed my number. I got a new number. Gave him the new number. Lo and behold, he's giving me the number. We're going through the same thing over and over. She still not answering. So she has some personal things that she needs to address. She needs to deal with. And at least he is trying to reach out, to have communication, to talk with her, to show love. And I said, just keep, all I do, I said, well, just keep praying, Craig. Just keep saying a prayer that one day she'll call back and you guys can talk again. I said, well, do she talk to any of your other sisters or anything? He was like, no, I'm going to tell, I think one of his cousins or something, when she's saying that was going on beyond more than I cared to address. So I just said, okay. I said, well, I did call again. I reached out and called her this week. I reached out and called. She didn't answer. So I said, well, Craig, she's still not answering. I keep saying his name. I'm so sorry. But I was like, she's still not answering. So he, you could hear the sadness in his voice somewhat. And I said, well, you know what? Just keep on reaching. I said, maybe one day she will come around. So like I said, it's nothing like a parent's love. And that's a father. You know, he may love his children. He said he had 2 kids, So I said, well, I tried to ask a little questions going around trying to see maybe what for what. I was like, I'm sick. I don't feel like this. I was like, not today. I just said, oh, we just going to pray about it. Some things are more beyond us. But today, like I said, I took some time and spent time with my mom. And the video, I'm going to have the videos at the end of it of some little things we did as far as us eating and stuff. So I'm going to end this video. And as always, love and hugs straight from the heart. Thanks for watching A.S.S at Night. And I will be back with another video. Until then, peace. Bye. Thank you. Alright. Today we coming to Juicy Crab today. I got the Low Country Bar, and the seasoned flavor I got was the Cajun garlic butter medium. So that's what I got. My drink is a tea. And my mom came out today. Let's see, trying to get it open. We're gonna be able to do